Now, just to give you a visual of what it's like for someone to sit in the tent, here's Alisha. And as you see, she fits quite comfortably. Hey, what's up guys? My name is Josh with Terradrift, and today we are talking about a very exciting tent, the Tiger Wall UL2 by Big Agnes. We've reviewed Big Agnes tents before. Last time it was the Fly Creek HV UL2, which is very similar in design with a few slight differences. So today we're going to take a look at this tent and see what makes it that much better. So first we're going to go over some specs on this tent. First, let's talk about weight, because that is very important, especially if you're into ultralight backpacking. So the packed weight on this is 2 pounds 8 ounces, and the trail weight is 2 pounds 3 ounces. So you might be wondering what's the difference between those two things. It's basically the entire package packed up with the fly and everything is going to be 2 pounds 8 ounces. But if you're just using the bare necessities without the fly, it's going to be 2 pounds 3 ounces. So just like the Fly Creek HV UL2, the floor dimensions are 28 square feet. And the highest point is 39 inches, which is approximately what the Fly Creek is. So you might be wondering, what is the big difference between this tent and the Fly Creek? This tent is a few ounces heavier, but what you get for those 2 ounces is a second door and a second vestibule, which is huge when you're backpacking with 2 people. I can't tell you how awkward it is trying to get out of the Fly Creek with the door in the front with 2 people. Especially if you need to get up and do your business in the middle of the night, that is a little annoying. Somebody's always stomping on somebody else's head, it's not pretty. But with this, you can get out either side and not disturb the other person. And there's more square footage in the vestibule areas. And think about it this way, if you have packs and other gear that you don't want to put inside the tent, you can leave them in that vestibule area, and each person has their own vestibule space, which you're gonna need because it is tight in there for 2 people. I'm 5'6", Alisha is 5'3", so when we're in there together, we do pretty well because we're smaller people. But for anyone else, if they're a little bit wider or taller than that, it's gonna be a little tight. So just keep that in mind. In fact, if you're a larger person, I might even say this is your 1-person tent. So one of the things that makes this tent ultralight is the fact that the top of the tent is entirely mesh. And that not only helps with weight, but it helps with breathability, which is really important when you're camping in hot, arid regions. But also if you like to stargaze at night, having that, being able to see the stars is really nice. Now, as far as pockets go, there are a couple pockets on either side. There are also extra loops in the ceiling so that you can attach extra gear lofts, which is Big Agnes's term for extra pockets for storing gear. Now, just to give you a visual of what it's like for someone to sit in the tent, here's Alisha. And as you see, she fits quite comfortably. Now again, she is 5'3", so smaller person, going to be a little bit more comfortable, but there you have it.
Another difference between the Fly Creek and this, the Tiger Wall, is that there's more headroom side to side. So 2 people can sit up more comfortably in this tent than in the Fly Creek because of the crossbar that goes across on the Tiger Wall here.
So as you see, setup is really simple and easy. The poles are all connected into one piece, and they're made out of DAC material, super lightweight. Even though the material that the tent is made out of seems really thin, it does seem to be fairly strong. So only time will tell how long the material the tent's made out of is gonna last, how it's going to hold up to being pulled by the guy lines, and if it's gonna hold its shape. I would recommend a footprint with this tent just to make sure that the bottom stays safe from rocks and sticks and anything like that. Make sure it doesn't tear. So this is a super cool tent. I can't wait to take it out more on the trail. If you're interested in this tent, the product link will be in the description below. If you didn't like this video, that's okay, but if you did, go ahead and like, share it, and consider subscribing. And why not head over to our website, terradrift.com, where we have tons of content about outdoor adventure, veganism, and travel. And speaking of travel, if you want to follow us on our adventures, follow us at Terradrift on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks for watching, guys. Wander on.